Why hello there beautiful people and welcome to OTT. In this video I am going to dispel the myth that four-wheel drive cars and all-wheel drive cars don't count as drift cars. Now the reason why I'm making this, just to give you a little backstory on this, is because I've experienced this myself. I've got this bollocks shouted at me and constantly pestering me with this bollocks whilst playing Gran Turismo in online sessions, whilst on YouTube I've had it in comments. And I've bumped into it a few times and it's quite irritating, and now I've seen it on YouTube I think that it's time that I put out the true side of what's going on. Now these people that are going around claiming that drifting in a four-wheel drive car or an all-wheel drive car does not count is talking utter bollocks. Now let me give you a few examples and a few reasons as to why that is the case. Drift, if you are not aware of the definition when we apply it to what we do, drifting is going forward whilst on a sideways angle. As long as you're continuing forward momentum, going sideways, that is drifting. Now this can be done in a front wheel drive car with lift off oversteer and such techniques. It can be done in rear wheel drive, of course. It can be done in four wheel drive, all wheel drive. It can be done with no wheel drive. It can be done with the engine at the front, the engine at the back, the engine in the middle, or the engine left at home and you're pushing your car down the hill. I don't care. It doesn't matter. As long as you're going forward and you're going sideways, you are drifting. Now, just to give you a bit of background also on the sort of people that have been saying this to me, most of them have tend to be American, or I don't like saying that because it's not just, I'm not, it's only a small minority, so don't make it like I'm all about, oh, all Americans are like this, because that's bollocks as well. Yeah, and basically you're quite young people. Now, some of them might not realise how old I am, or how much experience in the car world I actually have, while these people still sit at home doing their homework and mouthing off with their little keyboard. Now, I was quite okay with that. I was quite content with letting it go, because at the end of the day, most of us people, especially most of my subscribers and people that I talk to, understand what drifting is really about. Now these people are more about being hipsters. Let's be honest. These people are the sort of people who believe that the only way you can be a drifter is if you drive a Nissan 240SX, a 200SX, or something along that sort of line. Now we know that's bollocks. That is just not how it works. Drifting is about enjoying the pure pleasure of going sideways in whatever car you can get, in whatever you've managed to put together or assemble, and just enjoying it. It doesn't matter what car company it's from, it doesn't matter what your engine is, as long as you're doing the same thing. So why these people feel the need to piss on people's bonfires and hate people who are basically doing the same thing? We should be loving one another. At the end of the day, we are brothers and sisters. We are a community. Drifting is a great community that doesn't need to be spoiled by a bunch of fucking pricks. Now, I might sound very harsh about this, but because I've felt this myself, I've had this personally, meeting people online. This is a real thing, believe it or not, and now there are YouTube videos about it, and I just can't let it go. I mean, I'm filming this right now at 4 o'clock in the morning, and that just says everything. On a Saturday night as well. I should be in bed relaxing or going to sleep. But because of this bollocks, I have to stay up and make this, which I don't mind because it's worth it, it's a good cause. Most drifters, we all know what the story is. We know that drifting is a loving community. We all do what we do to enjoy the same passion that we share. So let's just ignore these fucking tossers and enjoy our beloved hobby. And for some people it's more than a hobby, it's a way of life, and I can fully see why. For me it is pretty much ever since I've discovered drifting and I learnt to do it myself. It's been quite a long addictive road that I am quite happy to be on. So for these fucking idiots, if you've got a comment about how you still think I'm wrong, because at the end of the day, these sort of people that I've always had arguments with online have never had any substantial evidence to back up their bullshit. You come to me saying that all-wheel drive or four-wheel drive cars going sideways doesn't count as drifting. I'm surprised you even managed to type it. Because most of us lovely people who have a thing that we like to call our brain, you know, the thing up here, yes, that actually has some intelligence in there. So do us all a favour, if you think that I give a shit, that you think I'm wrong, or that you think all-wheel drive cars don't drift. One, you're just doing it to be a dick and to piss on people's bonfires, and two, you're flat out fucking wrong. I learnt my whole philosophy and techniques about drifting from various sources, over many years, both in the virtual world and the real world. Because I've got news for some of you little kids, or you narrow-minded, I used to refer to them as drifting Nazis, essentially. Stop doing this, because it's just utter bollocks. Because I've got news for you. I've worked in a garage in real life. I've met real drifters. I've spoke to hundreds of people online over my time. Yeah, so I'm showing you footage of a four-wheel drive car or an all-wheel drive car and a rear-wheel drive car, both drifting in the same game, using the same technique, and they're both getting the exact same results. So please, you stupid motherfuckers, please tell me, how is this not drifting? And give me something solid rather than just saying it isn't, you're fucking wrong, because I don't want to hear your bollocks. If you personally think I'm still wrong, and you think that you're gonna leave a comment or put a thumbs down, I don't give a flying fuck. I have been on YouTube long enough not to give a flying fuck about some idiot. I put hard work into my videos, I put hard work into my passion, which is drifting. A lot of people do as well. So if you want to be a dick, go do it somewhere else. This is a community that doesn't want you. We are a beautiful community, let's keep going sideways. And avoid arseholes that just spread bollocks. So for now, beautiful people, I love you all as always. I'll see you in the next video. For now, goodbye.